Jeffree Star is in the building. Everyone drop a star emoji for Jeffree Star in the chat.
Listen, Rich, you have been someone that I've respected for a long time. So I'm down to answer 3 questions.
Okay.
But before you ask anything, anyone is allowed to talk about any part of their past, especially when they've made peace with it. Now, when someone lies, you're allowed to defend yourself. If someone thinks otherwise, go What triggered me was that I don't remember.
Mm-hmm. I think we had I don't know, maybe we didn't have beef. I don't know. Sometimes you think.
Now, I was on the trip. I lived it. I breathed it. No one else did. So you all can have opinions, perfectly fine, just like I do. But no, you were not there. I was such a good, loving friend. People keep wanting to mention the gifts. Who cares about any of that? Minus that, I was her real friend. She had just came off of doing heroin with Jaclyn Hill's ex-husband. And I saved her from the trenches and took her away from it. As she admitted, her skin was bad. She was coming off of drugs, and she was not in the right headspace. So I graciously took her in my nest, showered her with not only affection and love, but things to distract her. I know Mariah Carey doesn't buy friendship. I don't need to buy anyone's friendship. I loved and cared about her and got backstabbed for the 100th time. So no one else lived that but me. So you people in here, there's amazing people watching. Rich is awesome. But there's a few people in here, you're just trolling. You're mentioning things that are so irrelevant, and I'm allowed to speak my piece.
No one knew that. Nobody knew that to what you just said right now. Wow.
No one knew that. So here's the problem. She vlogged the entire trip. We had the best time.
Jeffree's cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think we had I don't know, maybe we didn't have beef. I don't know. Sometimes you think about why did we fall out? Sometimes I forget.
This is Jeffree Star. So awful to me on this Vegas trip a year ago.
Romantic, fabulous getaway weekend with Jeffree Star in Vegas, which was so over the top and fun and amazing. And it was the best weekend of my life.
Jeffree's the one who said all those vile things. Jay was just stupid enough to repeat and confirm it online because he's his little minion. But Jeffree is also just as vile, so obviously trash is going to keep trash.
Jeffree's cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think.
And when she flipped on us, yes, Hair by Jay went crazy. Do I stand by everything he said? No, and I've said that before. But when you're angry, like I have been before, and how we all have been, but you guys were never recorded, is we've all lashed out. We've all said things we don't mean. And yes, his was recorded, and he was very vicious and ugly about it. But he was hurt because she literally lied. When we were going through the casinos of Vegas, there was fans chasing me down, and I had to move quicker. Jay made sure he stayed behind and walked her through the casino so she wasn't left behind. They had a friendship. Jay did her hair for free. A $1,500 wig, and the value doesn't matter. I'm just speaking facts. We wanted to make sure she felt great. As soon as things started to turn, we were the devil. So I don't want to hear it from anyone because I lived that trip. And as soon as she attacked us, she deleted the vlog, which we all still have the footage of. That vlog was so fun and amazing. Only good vibes. As soon as shit turned for me, she deleted the vlog and I'm the devil. If y'all can't see black and white, I don't know what to tell you.
And I just want to chime in. I was there for a part of that Vegas trip. And remember,
that's what I'm saying. You were there.
We went
and then that guy Tab that used to be in love with me tried to make up all those lies. Girl, it was all for attention at the timing. And the people in the chat saying, "Why do you want to give me a space? Why are you watching, bitch?"
Mm-hmm. So we went.
This is what Rich does for a living. Let him have what.
Let me do it. Let me do it.
Page and let me speak some truth because I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. It gets old. You can make peace and heal, but when people dig up, it's okay to reignite feelings and be like, "Wow, that actually never happened. This sucks." Me and Bunny never even shit talked her. We kept it gangster. Some people didn't like it. Well.
Wow. And listen, I want to say this. When we were in Vegas, we went to a restaurant like that, and you did move fast. We got out the elevator, and it was go, 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 like practically speed walking super fast. Because
That's how it is.
There were people.
If I stop for 30 seconds, I'm going to get. hounded by people, which I love meeting people, but when you're on the way to dinner, it can be 30 minutes extra of just sitting there taking pictures. So yes, you saw me move quick.
With the pink hair and the whole thing. It was just a lot. I mean, people notice you. So I feel like this is great that you're saying this because no one knew that side. Only you knew, because on that trip, I didn't see Trisha at all. She was in her hotel room. I didn't see her. The only time on that trip, she sent me a text message and she said, hey, do you know where my charger is at? I said, no, I don't have your charger. I think it was something, her camera phone or something. Some type of camera device that she said she left with you in your room. It's like, no.
And she didn't. She wasn't thinking clearly. And people in the chat right now saying, why mention her again? Why are you watching this? Why are you listening to Rich talk? Why are you listening to me? She mentioned me first. And then I happened to do a podcast 2 days later that was already planned for 3 months. Why'd you mention her? Why'd she mention me? She controls her own podcast. You could have edited out the clip where Terry Jo asked about Jeffree Star, but she decided to keep it in.
Exactly.
So why is everyone upset that I'm speaking the truth? You weren't there, girl.
She was doing really good without getting involved in drama. And the last couple of days or podcasts she's done, I've been seeing a spike in her dipping her toe into the drama waters. After the video with Tana, I'm seeing her more and more get a little mouthy.
Listen, go look at the views. You talk about Jeffree, you get 4 million. You do your normal day routine, you get 200K. It's simple. These people make money off of all of you watching and listening. So you can have your opinions about me, because I don't give one single ever. But I think it's fun and it's entertaining and it's also factual to be able to just speak. What's wrong with speaking?
Wow.
Y'all can't bully me. Look at me. I'm at peace, bitch. But it doesn't mean I can't have feelings reignited and explain my case. You don't like it? Don't listen.
Wow.
Oh, that girl ain't healed, and y'all know it.
I never knew that. Everything you just said, I did not know. And you kept it. You
ask me questions. I'm just the bad guy always.
You kept it quiet for all these years. That was years. You know how many years ago that was?
That's what I'm saying. So why am I not allowed to stay a fact when I'm asked about it? I never speak about Tati or James, ever. Don't give a fuck about them. They're so irrelevant in my world, but when people mention things, it's like, yeah, they did try to ruin my life. And I'm still here. I could have sued them all for $100 million and did a Johnny Depp defamation case, but they don't have any money.
All right, we're going into sub chat right now. You have to be a sub to chat. It's getting, the chat's moving so fast.
Let me answer a few questions. Marissa, you can say that there's proof of what? Other people talking shit? Ex-friends pretending I said A and B and then deleting their YouTube videos? Tab. Girl, that man was in love with me. I didn't want to date him. He attacked me. Y'all are so easily fooled. That's the gag. Well, they said you said this. I lived the whole trip. I was there, not you. I know what I said. I know the love I gave and the friendship and how good of a friend I am. Girl, I ain't gonna hear it.
Do you want to take any questions from the chat, Jeffree?
Let's go, Rich. I'm down to take a few questions from you, the chat. If people want to be respectful, great. You want to troll me, baby? Go troll my comments.
Okay, you guys. So if you have any questions for Jeffree Star, drop it in the chat right now. And I just want to say thank you, Jeffree, for coming on and giving us your time. So
I think it's important. I think it's really cool that you're listening to the podcast. I filmed it and I lived it and I just, I said it. I haven't rewatched it. And I never rewatch things that I'm on because I was there, right?
Yeah, you were there.
But, I rarely do podcasts and there's so much more to it, as you know, than just those two people. But I'm tired of seeing people that are bad. And people can call me bad all they want. I don't care. But people like James who are actual predators having a platform, I find it scary.
Wow. You guys, I know people are going to say, oh, you have Jeffree in your chat. You're so giddy and happy about it. But this is your chance to drop a question if you want one. Like, this is your chance to speak and say something that you want answered, why we have him here. Because he's not going to be here long.
This wow person. Well, whoever you are, wow. I didn't delete my YouTube. It's sitting right there.
Yeah, Jeffree Star's YouTube is still there.
Views. So it's like these people try to say things, and then they do it to you, Eugenia, everyone. It just doesn't make sense. My YouTube channel's sitting right there. I already explained why I quit. It's 10 years of doing the same thing. Bitch, you get burnt out. All the drama, them trying to ruin my career to save their own, girl, come on. And now look at it all. They imploded the beauty community. No one can get over 1 million views, and YouTube and beauty is dead.
Do you ever think you'll return back to YouTube?
Maybe.
Because it would be a great just tool for you to promote anything. Because there's a whole community there. That's like what's 20-some million subscribers or something, just sitting there waiting for you.
I think when the time's right, people also, they miss me doing long form reveals for my collections. They want to see everything explained. So I do miss big launches on YouTube. I really do.
Yeah. We got over well, on my end it says 2,000 people watching, and one person said you have a new makeup palette coming out soon.
I can confirm end of September.
Boom. There you go. End of September. We have a new Jeffree Star launch.
Never told anyone that yet. Let me see if you use questions. Yes, Brittany, me and Shane are still friends. I just spoke to him the other day. Carolyn, I think that James has a platform because as the years progress, there's new people that join the internet. There's new people that discover all of us. And a lot of people don't know him because there was never any big ramifications. And he tried to smear my name in the dirt, manipulated Tati for 8 months, and did her final video, which ruined their careers. It drained my excitement for YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that he still has a platform.
When so many people have done a lot less and been blacklisted.
Literally.
In Hollywood.
So no, my YouTube's not deleted. Stop trolling my bitch ass.
And hopefully you can get Shane on TikTok. I know he doesn't maybe want to, but maybe you can convince him.
I know. He needs to have more of a presence on there because he's so funny.
We miss makeup content and reviews. Listen, the podcast you did with Bunny XO was one of the most realest podcasts I've seen you do. Because you answered a lot of questions that we've never heard you answer before.
And that's what I wanted to do. And she asked all those questions. And just for the record, nothing is ever pre-planned where it's like, oh, can I see all the questions beforehand? I don't do that. I'm not an A-list celebrity. I'm not Britney Spears. I'm not, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just sit down, ask whatever she wants. If I don't like the question, I'm not going to answer it. You know what I mean? And if we talked about someone we don't want to talk about, we could have deleted the clip, just like Homegirl didn't have to put my name in her podcast. Oh, I don't know. You forgot. You forgot uploading videos, ruining my life, and deleting the Vegas vlog that showed how beautiful and fun the trip was. Sorry. I couldn't keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
And in her TikTok responding to Bunny, oh, he's just Jeffree. Exactly, because I never degraded you. I never talked shit about you. And I never said a fucking word until after that trip. I showered her with love, compliments, affection, and I wanted to distract her from what a horrible last few months she had. And when she was the most cancelable person, I was still her friend, still respected her, never unfollowed her and switched up on her. But I'm in a little hot water for I'm abandoned. So put yourself in my shoes. And if you can't, all good. All respect.
I mean, you have to understand, like, since you got on YouTube with that whole Kat Von D situation that you also touched on the podcast, you haven't spoken about Kat Von D in years. So when you mentioned her name in the podcast, I was like, oh, wow. They're actually going there. Whoa.
But people forget I'm just one little person. And, like, I have feelings. I'm a human. I'm not a cold, callous sociopath like the others. I look in the mirror every morning and I see my ex-best friend's work on my body. I see beautiful tattoos, and I remember the 12 years of friendship I shared with this person. So it's normal. And sometimes it is healthy to talk about people. It is.
Wow. Chat, what do you think, chat? Any questions? But listen, let's not forget that since you got on YouTube, you were, I have to be honest, for some reason, labeled you the villain. And you know that. People were like, Jeffree Star's the villain.
Oh, this is a horrible comparison, but look at Nicki Minaj. Look how they did her for years. When someone is at the top, Certain people will not want you there. Now, I have made huge mistakes, though. Trust me. I'm not ever going to sit up here and be like, I'm perfect. I'm the opposite of perfect. I made a lot of mistakes, lashed out with my emotions, said some horrible things I should have never said. So I've been in the wrong a lot. But to me, some of these people are pretending. And it's crazy the things I saw and know. And it's like, oh, wow, they still have a platform. And these A-listers are using their product.
Wow.
But I'm not surprised. Look at Balenciaga. They had one of the worst scandals. 6 months later, no one cares. And it is what it is.
I don't know if Balenciaga can recover financially, because I know they've lost a lot. But it is disheartening when you see Kim Kardashian, and I'm going to say Kim Kardashian promoting the paints and stuff like that. Like, I was like, okay, really? You have kids, you're a mom.
Really excited to try James Charles's painted line. I know he sent 2 sets, probably one for North and one for me. I can't wait to see what she does with it, just because look at all these like really fun looks. And I definitely always say I'm going to experiment and try fun things. So I don't know, I think it's so different and so cool, and I love it.
The ads that had the little kids in them with bondage, if anyone thinks that's okay, please block me. And for her to take days to respond while her PR team cooked up some response because she actually doesn't give one fuck, and the millions of dollars they're making off this shit, it's scary. So now you're going to give your kids makeup from a predator when there's 300 other brands around. A product that P. Louise did, that Mac already did 20 years ago.
Danessa Myricks.
You want your daughter to use a predator's makeup. Make it make sense. So I'm going to speak up about it sometimes because I sit here on this ranch and I'm like, wow, the world's fucked. It's not going in a good direction. And y'all can give anyone the platform. What about Danessa Myricks, a beautiful black-owned business? They are never going to use her products, ever. But you're going to use, you know what I mean? It's just sad.
It's interesting. Yeah, it's like, okay, is it all this? And it doesn't do anything. It doesn't, by her mentioning it and showing it off, it's not going to sell it out. We know that. It's just a little quick mention. It's just a quick mention. That's all it is.
Listen.
It's not going to sell it out.
No. So no, I do not support that person. I think they are actual pure evil, and I will never review or touch their products. I think they should be in prison. That's a good question, Skinny. I literally threw it all in the trash.
All in the trash. Okay, Jeffree, get ready. I'm gonna unleash the floodgates. Okay, so we're gonna go off. I'm a toggle subscription chats off. So here we go. So the people who are asking questions, they're all the subscribers or supporters. Now these are all the people who aren't subscribed, who are just watching. So don't let anyone poke you and try to trigger you to pop off.
Oh no, I'm a grown-ass man.
Okay.
And anyone is allowed to like anyone. You say Team Trisha, it doesn't bother me. Look who you're supporting. Good for you. That's a huge reflection on you. That don't bother me. That just shows me who to stay away from. Yes, Marissa with the Galaxy.
Yes. We're good. Yeah, this is your opportunity to speak. You can leave. Jeffree might answer your question. He might not. For the most part, I'm seeing a lot of positive comments here. Since you're here, when you leave, they might start talking ish. We already know. But since
that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I've been on the internet for 20 years. 20 years. I'm the internet OG. What haven't I already heard? But there is some good question. What would it take to make up? I don't know, because who is this person? And all those people from my past, I do not have a desire to sit down with them and be like, hey, you want to do coffee? For what? We grew apart. You backstabbed me in the worst way in front of the world. You belittled me and made me feel horrible.
wow.
So, I've been getting a lot of, go on Trisha's podcast next week. Okay, tell her to call me. She's not blocked.
You know what? I will say this, guys. It was 2 weeks ago. Jeffree Star said, "Hey, I love Trisha. We should get her on live. Like, you can have a live battle." And now you're saying it again. You would go on her podcast.
Marissa, you're so invested in this. It's actually disturbing. You should log off right now. I'm being honest. Marissa, log off. Go get some fresh air. You are so invested into something you know nothing about. I've already answered that question. No.
So now
It's like people repeat the same thing, Rich. It's so bizarre. What did I say in the interview? I didn't fat shame her. Why are you asking me the same question? I showered her with love. We had hours of good conversations in those hotel rooms, which Rich was there for half of it. It's like, don't ask the same questions. You're going to get the same answer. Straight up.
Straight up. Yes, Jeffree Star still friends with Shane. He answered that earlier. Oh, there's a lot of people coming in now. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and because someone that I work with said something to someone else, so...
we have
I mean, straight up. Like, I'm a grown-ass man, so... Y'all want me to block my hairstylist because he said some crazy-ass shit once? So... But were you there when people in clubs and concerts have spit on me, thrown drinks on me, and Jay has defended me while the rest of the team runs away? No. Y'all are not there for the hardships. You see one glimpse and you want to label someone the devil. That's fine. But just know behind the scenes things are not like you think they are.
We have a question said, when do you think your book might come out? Oop. In the works. No comment. You don't have to answer, Jeffrey. You can just say no comment.
Let me give you one answer. Release date, I am not sure. The book itself is 95% done.
Okay, there you go. 95% done. The Jeffree Star autobiography. Do we have a title?
We do have a title. It's fucking epic.
Okay. Is it called Extreme? Because that's what you do. Everything extreme.
Oh my God, the guy I'm writing the book with literally said that. No, it's not. But in doing so much self-reflection and writing the book helped me heal as well when I moved away. Yeah, he literally was like, everything you do from little kid to now. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah. My question is, please, if you can, do a audio version of the book.
Oh, done.
Yeah. Audio version. I mean, because we're going to read it, but people would love to just hear it as a, wow. Mm-hmm. Thank you for that. Thank you for doing thank you for even thinking that you're going to do the audible version, because
Absolutely.
Gold.
Look, I see people asking about other ex-friends. The thing was why I don't ever mention those people is they're just so uninteresting. And it's just a typical backstabbing type friendship. Mine just happened to be online. And if anyone wants to know the real truth of why me and Manny are not friends, ask him.
There you go.
It's one of those things that's legally tricky, and it's just not worth it. Everyone saw what those people did to me. That was so long ago. Remember the middle finger picture that ruined their careers?
Bitches is
and they're
bitter.
all back together again, I heard, and it's like, I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
But pieces of shit always stick together. Yes, live goal. See that at work.
It's just going off. Whoa.
Mm-hmm. And Manny shouldn't say anything bad about me because I never did anything to him. I only gave him great friendship, love, respect, helped him with his business, helped him start his brand, did his whole merch line. Y'all don't see the pattern. You go through friends quick. No, I'm at the top, and people go through me quick.
There is something to say that, when you are at the top, people will come for you. I keep saying that time and time again. I see it all the time. Not even the beauty, not on TikTok, but just in the female rap world, in movie industry, it's just it. They want a piece of you.
That's what it is. Why did Cardi try to fight Nicki at the Met Gala and end up with a lump on her head? You know what I mean? Like, it's like people don't know what happens behind the scenes.
And Jeffree Star was one of the top players in the beauty field. And there were a lot of people coming for you. I mean, it's almost like there was a conspiracy to take you down.
Listen, that was James' major goal. He sent that last video, but they really ruined the whole beauty community. I'll say that till the day I die. Was that part of it? Duh! I never said I wasn't. People always like, you don't give yourself accountability. Girl, that's all I do. There's a lot of things I wish I could take back. A lot of things, people I wish I would have never got close to. But that shit's over. It doesn't mean we can't reflect, digest it, and be like, wow. This is what actually happened. I feel comfortable talking about it now. That part, Cannon. That part.
You see it. You see it.
That part is thing.
How is if you don't mind me asking, how is Bunny XO doing with all the criticism she's been getting?
Really great. Her feedback has been amazing. The views and the listens have just probably one of her biggest episodes ever. And while this is happening, she's dealing with her actual father dying. Her husband's on the most successful tour of his life.
Whoa.
Like, there's so much on someone's plate. And the thing is like, yeah, y'all don't realize Trisha never responded to Bunny. It was like literally spit in the face. So it's like, yeah, we're allowed to talk about something. And y'all are somehow feeling sorry for this girl, which is fine. Like, can you imagine I fly to Montana, I pay for a hotel, hair and makeup's there, and then 30 minutes before, Bunny's like, can't do it.
Oh.
But it's 10 times worse because they left a tour that was already happening on the off day that they want to rest and recoup. She's in hair and makeup waiting for Trisha. The bus is there. They went thousands of miles out of their way. The full setup's there, microphones, cameras, backdrop, all that time and effort, and she couldn't even respond. So anyone saying, why'd y'all mention her? Why wouldn't we?
There's money. There's money lost. That's a lot of production costs.
A lot. It's a lot of stuff is invested in a podcast. The viewer and the listener sometimes doesn't think like that. They click it and they just watch it. The outfits, the makeup, the hair, the lighting, the microphones, the audio, the sing. It's all a lot of work. I don't have a podcast. That's just a lot of fucking work, girl. I love being a guest. So yeah, it was crazy, and I was already booked. Me and Bunny had already scheduled this months ago. So it's like she was finally close to Wyoming, and she's like, that's a 45-minute flight for those that don't know, from Casper to Bozeman. So it was cool to be able to go over there, and then I got to sleep on the bus. They came to the ranch. We got to shoot guns and cook yak burgers. Like, it was fucking epic. And Bunny uploaded a little vlog about it, and she got to meet the camels and have a day of decompression. And it was really special, and she's a real friend.
Wow. I mean, you have the internet going nuts. You have the internet going nuts these last couple of days.
That's it.
And guys, if you know what we're talking, if you don't know what we're talking about, Jeffree Star, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Jeffree Star did a podcast with it's called the Dumb Blonde Podcast with Bunny XO. You can check it out on her Patreon for the full video version, and the audio version is available on Apple Podcasts. Just type in the Dumb Blonde Podcast. It's the first podcast that's going to pop up. There's a Jeffree Star's in the picture, and it's over an hour and 45 minutes. And again, Jeffree Star is really mentioning things that he's never mentioned in any other podcast, and he's going in depth from the very beginning, from losing his father to dealing with high school, working at MAC Cosmetics, his relationship with friends. It's chronologically, the way it's set, it's wow.
It's really cool, and it's really special, and it's so much more than friendship drama. And I'm just explaining myself, you guys. I see a few comments. Yeah, Bunny did make it right. And the cool thing about her is that she got on the phone with Trisha and was like, yo, you fucking hurt my feelings. We're allowed to say what we want to say. No one said anything bad. And they're all cool.
So they squashed their beef?
Yeah, they're great now, or whatever that means. They're fine. And they made their amends, and they got to speak on it. Me and Trisha never got to speak after she deleted the Vegas vlog and made up all the lies. That's the problem. And then years go by. We all change as people, good or bad. We're all doing different things. Hi, I have a 1,000-acre ranch, and she has a kid. We're so different than when we were eating Taco Bell in my Rolls Royce. Like, people have to realize that. We're such different people. Can we sit down and have a grown conversation? Absolutely. If she invited me on her podcast, would I go on it? Yes.
That's the growth.
I don't hate her or have animosity. I just didn't like what was said.
And like that right there, that part right there would be a perfect guest for you to be on her show. Perfect.
I would love to hash it out with her and sit down and hug her.
And I wonder why she gives some people so much grace, but then you don't get that same grace of an apology, of a phone call.
I ask that a lot about people, not her in general. I ask that about a lot of people. Imagine if we actually got to sit down.
Wow.
So I just want to put it out there. I know there's a lot of questions. A lot of it's too crazy, but
Yes, yeah. Foundation line soon, someone said.
You know what's so funny is before the pandemic, I had a foundation ready. We were all locked indoors. People didn't want full coverage, and I threw the formula in the trash.
Whoo!
Sure the fuck did.
I mean, that people have been begging for a foundation for a long time. So
I worked on this formula for over a year in Italy. I was so proud of it, and the pandemic made everyone want to focus on skincare. People weren't going out anymore, and I took my A-list formula and I threw it in the trash.
Are you and everyone else in your circle that we've seen you work with, are y'all still, everything's great?
I think so. People keep asking me about, can this person be friends with you and someone? It don't bother me.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes.
If I've known you for 10 plus years and you want to go to someone else's launch party, so? You want me to exile someone that has only have love and respect for me? Because I don't like someone that they're hanging out with? Girl.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. I mean, that's good that you're seeing it. You're saying that because people were thinking like, oh no, if you work for Jeffree, you can't work for nobody else. But what you just said right there just cleared a lot of speculation.
Listen, I know people are rewarding this. I see people asking about Lipstick Nick. Girl, that's my bitch. I will her. She has done every single makeup of every Jeffree Star Cosmetics campaign. She did my makeup 2 weeks ago. She couldn't do the podcast because she had an appointment from 6 months ago of getting her entire back tattooed. Which, people, she didn't do your makeup. Oh my God, they're having beef. Mm-hmm. Girl, she had a fucking tattoo appointment. People make it so much more crazier than it is. So Kevin, who did my makeup for the Super Bowl and my launch party for Cotton Candy Queen, he came and did my makeup. He's awesome. And Nicole never gets jealous. She's done my makeup for over 12 years now.
Yeah, you and Lipstick Nick have been friends for a very long time. And being on this side of the industry, it's like, oh, she wasn't here for that. Oh, we saw her with this person. So it's like, oh, okay, are they friends anymore? And so no one says anything. So I'm glad that he cleared it up. But that's going to continue to happen next week
Absolutely.
again. Next week again. It's going to happen again. It's just going to keep happening.
People are so
I feel like
we just gave Rich 20 videos, bitch.
I feel like, and you know what though, because listen, I had a meeting with my YouTube manager, and they were like, we've seen a drop in views, and I was like, well, yeah, Jeffree Star stopped coming on YouTube, and he was quiet for such a long time.
Literally, I kept so many I kept so many people afloat. You put my name in, it was like bam, automatic hit. That's what I call it, like a hit song.
It would, yeah, the views would come. It was. I mean,
and I don't involve myself in quote quote drama anymore like the old days. I was so a part of the scene. I knew everyone. I was going out all the time. I was surrounding myself with horrible people, and it was a different environment. When you remove yourself from all that, yeah, there's not much to talk about except what I'm doing. Isn't that nice?
You did. You know what? You did remove yourself because you're not in LA anymore. Like you'll fly there for work or a gig, and you just come right back to Casper.
Baby, I leave after 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, I had one question, and it's gonna be just a little shady, but listen, if you don't want to answer it, just say no comment. Okay.
Let's hear it.
And I don't even know the person's name because it was irrelevant. There was a guy on TikTok that you were hanging out with, and then we never saw him again, and we heard he was talking ish. Are y'all not friends anymore, or are y'all still friends? I think he had glasses. He had glasses or something. I don't know much. That's all I know. That's like
Which one, my love? The Australia?
I don't even know, Jeff. I don't even know. It was. You were in LA and he came there. That's all I know.
Oh, girl, that was an escort.
Oh, okay. Boom. There you go. Okay, there you go. See, I thought it was like a friend that then just turned their back on you. Okay.
No. Those were prostitutes.
Okay. All right, there you go, guys. For those who know, you know. No, it wasn't Elphaba.
And when someone shows an ounce of I'm gonna try to use you or get any sort of attention off you, I send them packing.
You see, because you see that when someone's trying to clout chase.
I'm a Scorpio. Other people would have kept these around for days. Oh, I feel bad. What? Any type of weird energy, any darkness that's in my space is immediately removed nowadays.
Wow. See, you see it. You see the clout chasing behavior, and I want to just hang around Jeffree, see what I can get.
Yes.
I get that. I get that. Because I deal with that too sometimes. And I'm not even nowhere near as popular as you are. Just a little inkling of it. But it's like a little drop of success, and they just want it or thirst for it.
That's it.
And when I tell them, when I say the F off, I'm the bad guy. I'm the villain. When I publicly say no, you kick them out of the circle.
There's so many amazing people watching. I know I run my mouth a lot, but this week was just very different. I usually just keep my mouth shut. But I was like, Bunny, so she made me also feel very comfortable, very caring. And I'm like, you know what? There's things that I may want to feel comfortable talking about now. And that's what I did.
Wow. Well, hopefully she invites you back. She invites you back.
Absolutely.
You and
Bunny.
Bunny.
Oh, yeah. We're definitely going to hang out off camera. They live in Nashville, and I love it out there.
Nashville,
so.
Tennessee.
New things coming soon. And people keep asking me if I met Jelly Roll. Y'all, Bunny brought me on stage with Jelly Roll.
Whoa.
Like, it was awesome. It was so cute. Because he always invites her out and she thanks everyone. Like, this is my wife. So instead of just her, I come out holding her hand. It was awesome.
Yes. Him and Shane are still good. A lot of the same questions. You said the same questions over and over and over.
Well, a lot of new people are tuning in. So if you're just listening, yes, me and Shane Dawson, we're always going to be friends. We're lifers. You may not see us post anymore a lot, but we're both doing our own thing. I wonder if I can say this. Yeah, I'm going to say it. He FaceTimed me the other day, and we filmed something.
You right here, guy. You heard that? Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star filmed something.
I'll just leave it at that.
Leave it about that. How are you? I just want to say this. Jeffree Star, you lost a one of your dogs, and you were feeling kind of lonely, and you fell into TikTok. And ever since then, we can see you like we've never seen you before, like hanging out in your kitchen, shooting the breeze, feeding the dogs, and it's like it's so cool to see you be like a human like that. And I think a lot of people appreciate that, and you'll see. I mean, that's why you're number one in the ranks all the time.
I think people crave authenticity, and in the YouTube era, it was very like I went big, right? I literally bought the biggest house in Hidden Hills. I like Bunny said, when you have nothing, you want it all, and when you're dealing with a lot of trauma, you feel like you have something to prove. So even though I was going, no one even like when I was going through my breakup, I had already bought that house.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, okay.
I remember that.
I have the biggest house on the block, girl. We did a video revealing the house. My next video was that we broke up.
Yeah, I remember that. You had the biggest house on the hill right there.
It was fucked. I love the house. It was great during the pandemic. But it's cool to be able to just show a different side of me now. Mm-hmm. And yeah, when Diva passed away, a friend came to visit me when I was in Fort Collins, Colorado. I was by myself. I went to the hospital every day, morning and night. It was awful, right? And my friend came to visit, and she showed me like her battling someone on live. She was like, hey, I know you're going through it, but like, I'm just going to go live and just da-da-da. And it was very distracting. It was really cool. There's a whole different community than just uploading TikToks, right?
Yes.
There's so many different players. It's a competition. There's rankings. The gifts are crazy. There's money involved. There's customers. There's fans. There's people. Like, it was something really cool that I fell into June, July, August, September. So now we're on month 4, and I really, really love it. And I love the community.
And I just want to say, because I always get this hate comment, you're on the Jeffree Star payroll. No, I am not on Jeffree Star payroll, okay?
Remember when everyone would say that about all the beauty drama and all the channels? And it's so funny because my ex-friends would message drama channels 24/7 trying to control the narrative. And I was always like blocking them all and saying, fuck you.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, I remember. But no, I'm not on a Jeffree Star payroll. I've made videos against Jeffree. I've made videos for Jeffree, back and forth. Because, listen, I may not always agree with everything Jeffree has done in his past. Because I'm pretty sure he doesn't agree with what I've done in my past. But the Jeffree Star that I have met, I fuck with.
Absolutely. Same with you. And I don't agree with everything in my past. None of us should.
Yeah.
You know, but it's who we are.